Welcome to the Fast Fix channel, everyone. My name's Jason, and today I'm installing a push-button timer switch for a bathroom fan. This is a very useful solution if you've got fans that tend to needlessly run for hours each day. This switch can run up to 60 minutes and is programmable for more timing options. I'll link the switch in the description, so look for that. Be mindful that this switch does require a ground wire, but this shouldn't be an issue unless you've got a house built pre-1960. Okay, introduction over, let's get started. First things first, kill power to the switch panel. Do not wire this switch hot. Now that the breaker switch is off, let's do a quick check and make sure there's no power to our switch panel. Yep, good to go there. Never a bad idea to verify with a voltage detector. Good there too. At this point, we can remove our cover plate and expose the switches and wires. Here are all the wires we need to contend with. It looks like a lot, but it's not that bad. All we need to do is identify our hot wires and find the bare ground wire. Now let's remove the fan switch. This is easily done by unscrewing two screws. See how there are only two wires? One wire is continuously hot and the other is energized when the switch is in the on position. See that twisted bundle of wires at the back of the electrical box? Those are our ground wires. We'll need to fish those out. I didn't do this, but it's a good idea to mark the constant hot wire at this point. Turn the breaker switch back on and use your voltage meter to test the wires. Take note or mark the hot wire according to your results. This will be useful later in the installation. Sometimes disconnecting the push connections into the switch can be difficult. If so, just cut the wires and strip them back with wire strippers. I'm going to loosen the other two switches now. This will help us fish out the ground wires from the back of the electrical box. Gently pull out the two switches to expose the wiring. Don't be concerned about undoing all the bends and folds. You'll be able to push the wire bundle back in. It can be a pain to get to the ground wire sometimes. Just keep at it and make sure the wires or wire nuts aren't hung up inside the box. Eventually, you'll get to the ground wires. Now we need to free one of the ground wires from the bundle. It does not matter which wire you use. Any one of these will do just fine. Don't forget to cap the remaining bundle with the wire nut. At this point, I'm choosing to secure the two switches back to the box, but this is entirely up to you. This can be done later, but I like to clean things up as I go along. Now we're at the point where we can wire up the switch. This is where marking the hot wire from the previous clip comes in handy. The black wire needs to connect to the hot wire. The red wire needs to connect to the fan. The green wire needs to connect to the bare ground. Let's make the connections. Using the wire nuts provided with the switch, place the wire side by side and twist on the wire nuts. You don't need to pre-twist the wires together. The twisting action from the wire nut does that for you. Do this for each wire. Now let's check our work. Turn the circuit breaker back on and take a look at your switch. This switch has a green LED indicating that it's energized. We just need to test the timing functions and make sure we did everything correctly. Yep, nailed it. We're not quite done yet though. Turn off your breaker one more time before you tuck all the wires back into the box. It's likely that you'll accidentally contact one of the poles on the switches and get that warm buzzy feeling. Avoid this. Now it's just a matter of making your new switch fit into the box. Do your best to tuck the wires as far back in the box as you can, or make room for them in different locations. This will give the switch room to fit. Before final tightening, test fit the cover plate and make sure everything is lined up. Then you can secure the switches to the electrical box. After the switches are secure, install the cover plate. I like to start on an upper corner, then move to a lower corner on the opposite side. This way the cover plate lines up easier for the other screws. Don't over-tighten these screws, they can bend or crack your cover plate. If you're OCD like me, make all the screw notches point one direction. Horizontal like I did, or vertical if you prefer. And that's it. It's not very difficult. And hey, if this video helped you, please help me and hit like and subscribe. It makes a world of difference. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of the day.